Happy Friday, folks. See that new stinger? Go back and watch it. It'll be at the end too. So thank you, Jenny, for helping out with that. We created a Delta stinger. So guys, happy Friday. It's the end of the 8th week of me going live in 4 different places at once. So Facebook, LinkedIn, Rumble, and YouTube to be more efficient and get information out to you guys faster and smoother and that sort of thing. So heading into the 9th week next week. So 10 o'clock hour Eastern, sometimes earlier like this, usually not right on time because it takes a little while to set this stuff up. So today, as I come to you with a candle in my hand, all glory is through him. I'm holding the candle because that's honestly all of us get is a candle to enlighten each other. And that's what we're here to do, is enlighten each other. And when I'm using we stuff, I'm here in front of you to enlighten you that yes, you've earned, you've served, you've earned. Got a bunch of new stuff behind me, things like that. So yeah, you served, you earned. Let me light that up for you. Your truth isn't the truth. Talk about that too. CRSC, combat related special compensation, 100% permanent total pay charts that you have never seen before because the VA doesn't create them for you. I hear myself when I say I, me. All glory is through him. Green bubbles back there that you guys have never seen. And also, by the way, the biggest thing is it's not disability. That's a lie. That's a word that you guys get in your own head because the VA is the one who put it there. That's a lie. So I think that covers some bases there. So guys, all we get is today. And the candle is to, as much as I would love to be volcanically passionate in front of you and going, oh my God, do you realize that $1.2 trillion a year, $1.2 trillion a year is not going where it's supposed to go, which is you and your family. Think about that. Let that set in and think about this great spike from 90 to 100. That's what that is. Gigantic. And then when you get 100% permanent total, which is what you qualify for, all these green bubbles kick in. I'm not going to go over all that stuff today because I went over it over the past couple of videos and things like that. But I just want to keep enlightening in your brains, guys, that there's the king of truth and then there's the king of lies. And we are all sinners. So I'm just here to say, yep, I'm human just like you guys are. And I'm a sinner. And I'm just here to help. I am our Heavenly Father's son. I am here to help you. I'm here to tell you the truth. And I am 90% love what he loves. I love bringing joy to you guys. I love bringing fulfillment to you guys. I love bringing true hope, not false hope, true hope to you guys. But I hate what he hates. And I hate evil, especially evil stealing from you. So worst case scenario out there that's real is that unfortunately evil and the VA want you to get in your little pit of misery, go away, die, get off their payroll so they can steal from your widow. If you think that's not happening, talk to widows. So you guys have asked me for a lot of resources. There's a smart book out there you guys have asked me to build for you, and you'll see it on the checklist that I talk about today too. In the back of your smart book it'll say some rules and terms that I use. So drama and trauma is one that I go to all the time because you guys need to understand this. If the VA paid for drama and trauma, why aren't widows getting big checks instantly? Ma'am, sorry for the death of your husband. Here's a whole lot of money. Spend it wisely. So that's what I'm saying. Delta tactics. Let me go to this. You guys every day are searching for a calculator. This right here. And the VA knows this. Little g, Google, little g, government knows this. I'm going to point over here because this Delta guy here is telling you, like the VA does, the VA uses Delta tactics against you. And Delta selection, which means tryouts for those who don't understand that language. So Delta tryouts, which none of you are trying out for Delta, but the VA has figured out to use Delta tactics against you. Delta tryout tactics, where they take a class of 100 and whittle it down to less than 5. What do those Delta guys do? The Delta trainers, instructors, they only tell you stoically, do the best you can. Your mission today is to go that way. How far? Do the best you can. What time's lunch? Do the best you can. What if it gets cold? What were you briefed? Go that way? Okay. Do the best you can. Do the best you can alone without guidance or help in any way. If you quit, you lose. That's your fault. You lose. So I'm no legal scholar here, but going back to tactics, I'm going to point back here at this big check. This is the money you served and earned. And in the good book here, it says the evil night and day is out there to divide and devour you. So if you guys aren't in belief of that, well, you're already on the losing end. And I'm going to go back to this book that you guys asked me to create for you, smart book. The subtitle says the brutal truth, the money you owe, that you're owed, and this is your survival guide, so on and so on. But I'm always going to tell you the brutal truth, because that's the brutal truth. You served, you earned. A lot of this stuff back here is lies. Disability is a big fucking lie. I talked to an 85-year-old client, and now 85-year-old client of mine yesterday, and of course he's kicking himself because he didn't do something decades ago. And that's why my final line to you guys from now on is too early doesn't exist, but too late does. So, but guys, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not here to, like I tell my clients in new client orientation and compass checks, is that I want you to be aware you're going to be uncomfortable. Now, I don't want to make you uncomfortable. That's not my point. I want you to be aware that you are going to get uncomfortable. Because I'm going to tell you things that you maybe believe in or don't believe in, but they're happening either way. Check your bank account. Check your heart. Are you fulfilled, or are you here in abundance, fulfillment, or a whole lot of lies? Because 5,000 of you a day, military veterans, not your families, because they don't know what this is. 5,000 of you a day are Google searching, web searching for a VA calculator. You're asking a liar to tell you the truth. That's why when I went from, I've been doing this 6 years and been blessed to deliver over $10 billion to people that don't quit and don't quit on themselves. So I've seen a lot of stuff. 6 years, I've seen a lot of rotisserie of fuckery is what I call it with the VA. And that's why I love being a for-profit, which, by the way, that's the subtitle of my discussion today, is that I am not accredited to do blah, blah, blah. I don't do that stuff. Disclaimer, say all that in the disclaimer section of everything I've got. However, I now have for a while had my clients represented by VA Accredited Veterans Rights Attorneys. And you're going to start seeing, we're going to be able to start promoting that as of August, starting in August, that the lawyers are going to be in the room. Not in this room, not on camera with you guys in this room. They're going to be in the room with my clients, and they'll be on some other stuff too, like town halls, stuff like that, and that are more open to the public. And then there's actually a money briefing that I do once a month, and that was the point of me saying this, because when I first started doing these money briefings 5.5 years ago, 6 years ago, I would have 1,000 people in the room. Now, who runs the internet? Little g Google and little g government, that kind of stuff. So how is it that I went from when I first started talking about this stuff and didn't really know a whole lot, I had higher volumes of views and people knowing about this stuff. Whereas now that I know that it's $1.2 trillion a year, and you guys have earned massive amount of money for yourself, life-changing money, life-changing benefits. When I tell you that stuff, I get barely any views, and one guy shows up to the money briefing. Do you think it's because people don't know? Or do you think it's because the internet is lying to you? So that's why you guys have asked me for a lot of rooms. You're like, Albert, man, a lot of resources to include rooms. Albert, there's a whole lot of bad internet out there. Yep, Agreed. So Albert, tell me what to do. So now we're going to move on to that. Guys, on my website that you guys have asked me for, on my website is a checklist. Top 10 things that you can do today. Top 10 things today checklist. Maybe it's 8 things. Maybe it's 12. And there's blue links that you guys can see from here. Blue links. Those are all resources that you guys have asked me for to make sure that you are in the right place at the right time for yourself, and that you are, I'm going to hold my candle up again, that you're getting more aware of the money that you've earned and how to go get it. And I will continue to give you guys clarity Monday through Friday, 10 a.m.-ish Eastern time. That's why I'm here, to help you guys. Guys, again, final lines here, that there is not too early, but there is too late. When I give my card out to wives, because usually a husband will go do something else, and I'm like, hey, here's my card. Make sure he does this, because there is no such thing as too early, but there is too late. Guys, please don't let your pride, mostly men out there. I'm a prideful guy too. Again, I'm fallible. Not perfect at all. But guys, you served, you earned. It's some daggum paperwork. You guys have done a lot more heavy lifting in your life than what it takes to get to your money and your fulfillment. And I would hope that you'd be able to look yourself in the mirror and around the kitchen table with your family and say, this is worth it. This is worth it. Property taxes alone, we talked about this yesterday. So if I grab this green bubble thing here, so this is what I briefed you guys on yesterday. Imagine this thing lays down on its side and it's interactive, and it shows you how much money that is for you. So for easier examples, you've got things like property taxes at $1,000 a month for 40 years. So $1,000 for 40 years is $500,000. So if 1,000 is $500,000, then you CRSC folks out there, combat related special compensation, that's $2,000. So this means, lay it on its side again, this property tax is $500,000 in your lifetime over 40 years. That means that this one here is $1 million over your life, and other things over here like a raise from 90 to 100, basic family of 4, $1,600 a month. So let's also call that, like, rounded up a little bit to 2,000 kind of thing, because it's weird, I can't move math in my head. But this one's also just shy of another $1 million in your lifetime. See what I'm saying? Look at all these other green bubbles, guys. There's all this other stuff for you and your family. Right now money, mid-range money for your kids in college, long-range death benefit money I help you guys out with. So this is all the money and life-changing money, life-changing benefits that you guys have earned. And I just want to highlight that some of the easiest math for you to do is what I just told you. You guys are coming to me now in I'm not going to call it droves, but it's, you guys know your own pain point around the kitchen table, and property taxes and kids' college stuff is easily what you guys launch with. And so again, guys, never too early, but there is too late. So I've got 2 types of clients. I got old guys like me and you, most of us, me and you. Young guys too. Older folks, I want to make you right. Young folks, make them whole. And this says that we as elders are supposed to help each other and the people that are behind us. So let's help each other get to fulfillment, but then help the youngsters be made whole. I can help these folks, hey, 18, 20-year-old, sergeant, whatever, E4, E3, whatever. Here's GI Bill. Here's where that is. And here's where you can start using that. Here's where you can start using your VA home loan money to be cash flow positive. How many of us would have loved somebody to mentor us and say cash flow positive at 18, 19, 20 years old, renting out your house as you're moving around and you're establishing your military career? Maybe you choose to get out, but at least you have options. I call money freedom tickets. You have the freedom to do what you want. Cash flow positive sounds pretty freaking awesome in your late teens, early 20s. So imagine where our American world will be in the next 10 years by putting our arms around these youngsters and actually showing them and growing them the right way, and not letting all of this crap back here happen. Guys, it's never too early. But there is too late. See ya next time. Watch my new outro.